Welcome. Here's a review on the Vantrue N5, what it looks like inside the cabin with the infrared lights on. That's just a snapshot of what to expect. Here's the camera that's facing into the body of the car. So that was the front camera with the rear lens and infrared lights. I've added in the front camera facing forward and the rear camera looking out the back window. You can see there's fog on the back window. That's because I never switched on the demister. And it gives you an idea of what's going on. Unfortunately, I had to remove all the faces for privacy reasons, but I think you can still see detail. You can see here the street lights. Shortly, the road goes very dark. And inside the vehicle you would think that it still has lights around it, or even the interior light on, which isn't the case. There's no lights on inside the car. This is all infrared lights. So what you're seeing here is on the front camera, the infrared is pointing into the cabin, and that's lighting up the two people in the front and the people in the back actually. And you can see this is what the road looked like. No lights. There's just no lights anywhere. So it really lit up the cabin well. So you can see in the background of the photo at the top of the screen, it looks like the cabin lights on. That's actually the rear camera's infrared lights shining, reflecting off the roof lining. The car tends to shake everybody, which is rather amusing. See how the street lights, when they go over, they light up the cabin a little bit, but you barely notice. Given that it's an infrared vision, it's reasonably clear. You certainly can make out faces without any issue. Like I say, I apologise for having to blur the faces, but it's a privacy issue. Now you can see the bottom left corner of the screen, the rear camera, just showing how dark it is. So now what's happening is we're throwing over to the back camera looking forward. The person in the middle of the screen, that is not blurred, that image is not blurred. Their head is very close to the camera though. The other individuals are all blurred. So you can get an idea of how much hair, whether you can make out hair. That gives you some idea. You can see the dash. Under the rear vision mirror is where the front facing camera and the rear cabin facing camera is. And there's two infrared lights that are shining back against the rear camera. So I'm wondering whether that's affecting the quality of the footage. It looks a little bit blurred, so it could be, but still, it's quite clear. Again, apologies for having to blur the faces, but they are recognisable in this vision. It's the same here again, the same area, same dark street. It's just the same footage, but showing you what the rear camera would be also seeing. So you can see the cabin's lit up. Look at the back of the seats. The individual's hair in the middle there. The hand on the handrail. strands of the hair. Yeah, it's quite clear. You can make out the cars. Granted, you can't read number plates from the internal cameras, not in this situation, but I'm travelling at some speed. I'm not sure what it is. It's an 80 km/h road. Running at, yeah, 70, 75. So I hope that gives you some sort of insight into what to expect with the Vantrue Nexus 5 camera. The other thing that's really cool is the app that is on the iPhone works really well. I'm really surprised. It's quite easy to use. Download files, look at multiple images, GPS information once you've downloaded the file onto your phone. So really impressive. Another video I'll show that off. Yeah, so thanks for watching.